Welcome to the latest video from Build Your Early Retirement. My name's Janelle, and what we're going to talk about today is how to make money blogging about, well, anything. We're going to start looking at what you need to start a blog, your interest, your niche, building your website out, and then monetizing it to make you money. Okay, so click on the subscribe button below. That way you can come back anytime and see all the videos that we have, and let's get started. There are thousands of people out there making money blogging on their own website. And who wouldn't want to? I mean, there are so many advantages to doing it. You're your own boss. I mean, it is a great way to work from home. You get to be with your family more, you get to set your own schedule, and the very best thing is your income potential is only limited by the time and energy that you're willing to put into it. Sound good to you? Then let's see how to make money blogging about anything. The very first thing you need to do is find out what is your interest or your niche. Choosing your niche is simply deciding what you want your blog to be about. There has to be a focal point so that you get targeted visitors that actually come to your blog and want to read your information. Now, you're going to hear a lot of people talk about how you should choose what niche you want. Now, if you're a beginner, my recommendation is definitely that you want to do something you're passionate about. I think it's the best one for you and it's the most profitable. Why? Because your whole goal when you're writing your blog is to engage with your readers about your topic. Now, if you're not invested in your topic, if it's something that you're not interested in or not passionate about, that is going to be very hard then to create engaging content that your readers want to know about. Now, you also have to think about the time that you're going to be spending researching and writing your blog posts. And it's going to be a considerable amount of time. So in order to stay motivated, in order to make sure that you're enjoying the process, you want to have something that you're very interested in, that you're passionate about, so that way it's easier for you and you definitely are going to stick with it. I mean, you want to think about your readers, and they're going to know if you're not passionate about your subject matter. You know, we've all been in conversations where somebody's been telling us about something and they're so enthusiastic about it, and you can just feel their excitement. And that's what you want to do for your readers. Okay, once you've got your niche figured out, now, of course, the next thing you need is to have your own website. A lot of people are intimidated by creating a website, but it's actually easier than you think. I mean, technology has made it to where there's no coding, no technical knowledge. You know, I've got 6 websites and I've been blogging for over a year and a half now, and I can tell you that none of those websites would exist if I had to know coding. In fact, with the program and the hosting that I use, you can literally create a website in under 3 minutes. And this isn't just any website. This is a WordPress website. They're secure, they're powerful, and they have all kinds of functionality to where you can make your user experience everything that your readers are going to want. The first step in creating a website is choosing a great domain name. So how do you choose the best domain for your blog? Now, I'm going to give you a few tips to make it a little bit easier, but for anybody beginning, I just want to let you know that you don't want to stress out too much about finding the exact perfect name. People are going to be coming to your blog for your content, for your information, and while you do want to build a brand around the name that you have, I don't want you to stress about it too much. Now, the first thing you want to do, of course, is have it be relevant to your niche. The next, you want to keep it fairly short. About 2 to 4 words is about the longest you want to have your domain name. The next thing is you want to make it memorable. If it's easy for people to remember, it's going to be that much easier for them to come back to your site. You also want it to be easy to type. You don't want a lot of hyphens and numbers. The harder it is to type, the easier it's going to be for somebody just to go somewhere else. Okay, once you've chosen your domain name and created your website, you are now ready to start blogging. This is the hard part for some people. Where exactly do you start? The first thing you want to do is tell people something about yourself and about your site. So, why did you start the site? You know, what can they expect as they go through different articles? What information are they going to find there? What you're doing is you're starting the process of building the relationship with your readers. They want to know you. They want to know why they should listen to you, why they should care about your opinion or read your information. The important key that you want to remember is you're trying to build trust. Trust between you and your visitors. And why do you want to do this? So they'll come back to you again and again to get more information, check out new posts, see what's going on, and then they're also going to refer you to others. That's a way to get more traffic to your site. Your next step is to start publishing posts on your site. And you're going to be doing this regularly. Publishing posts isn't something that you're just going to do once a month or update it here and there. You're going to have to be publishing at least once a week. And if you want to start driving more traffic, you want to do it at least 2, maybe 3 times a week in order to get the maximum amount of exposure for your site. Now, here's where everybody gets stuck. And I got to admit, I did too. What do you write about? The best thing I can do is give you an example. And here's an example. Say your niche is making homemade soap. Now, you might think that making homemade soap is kind of a limited niche, and what would you really write about? So let's go over some ideas for some blog posts. You could do methods of making soap, hot process, cold process. What about best ingredients for cleansing, conditioning, healing? What about the tools you need to make the process easier? What about different recipes for different types of soap? How about do's and don'ts to make quality soap? What about the different types of soap molds, different shapes, different sizes? What about soaps as gifts? Different scents and colors that you can do to customize them? What about using essential oils, organic soap making? There are just so many ways that you can come up with post ideas for this one topic. Now, once you get your list of ideas, then you can kind of separate them out and you can do things like write general information articles. In the soap making example, you could do methods of making soap. Then you take each method and expand upon it with 1 or more new articles. It really is amazing how many new things that you can come up with to write about in your blog. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is your content. And that is writing really great content that is going to be engaging to your readers. Now, why do we want to talk so much about great content? Because the only way to make money blogging is to get traffic. And the best way to get traffic is by writing great content that is going to be ranked by the search engines. When I started my first blog, my posts were boring. They really read like I was writing for a textbook. But blogging was something that I wanted to do so bad. I wanted to work from home. I wanted to spend time with my family. And I knew that I had to figure something out in order to make this a success. So what did I do? I knew I needed some training and mentoring, and I got that from the experienced bloggers over at Wealthy Affiliate. And I'm glad I did because their starter program was great. I got to see everything that they offered, and it just made it to where I knew that I could make my blog a success. Now, if you want more information about Wealthy Affiliate, I'm going to have a link down below the video, and you guys can check it out. It'll take you to my review so you can see everything that they offer. So what did they teach me? One of the biggest things in my writing that changed was learning how to talk to my readers. And by talk to them, I mean just literally be natural. Instead of looking at it like I had to write some essay, I literally was looking to have a conversation. So the next time I went to write a blog post, I thought to myself, if someone was sitting here at the kitchen table next to me and they asked me a question, what would I say to them in order to answer them? And that conversation that I had is what I wrote. So basically, the way you talk to somebody is the way that you write to them. You don't need to be an author. You don't need to be somebody that's an English major in college. Basically, all you have to do is just be able to communicate your idea to your reader. Remember, your focus should always be a positive experience for your visitors. So whether you're trying to answer a question, maybe show them how to do something that makes it easier, showing them a tool that they can use next time they're doing it, whatever it is, as long as you're helping your reader and making it a positive experience for them, you're going to have a successful post. Now, as I said before, you're going to need to get your blog ranked from the search engines in order to get traffic, in order to make money. So what we're going to talk about now is getting love from the search engines, and that means using keywords. Google, Bing, and Yahoo are the 3 most popular search engines on the internet. Although I would have to say YouTube is becoming an extremely popular one. I think it's actually number 2 now. In order to drive traffic to your site, you must use search engine optimization, or SEO. So what is SEO? It's basically the method of optimizing your blog so that when someone searches for something on the internet, Google, Bing, and Yahoo will bring up your site on the first page of their search results. Now, the word or phrase that someone types into a search bar is called a keyword. You're going to want to target long tail keywords in your posts. So what's a long tail keyword? That is a phrase that's going to give the searcher much more specific information. And as an example, we'll go back to our making homemade soap niche. If someone just types in homemade soap into, say, Google, they're going to get all kinds of different things about homemade soap. And it's going to be very hard for your article to come up on the search results because there's just way too much competition. Now, suppose somebody types in how to make homemade goat's milk soap. That's something that you can target in your post. It's very specific, a lot less competition, and your article has a much better chance of coming up on page 1 of the search engines. So how do you find those great long tail keywords? Basically, you want to use a keyword tool. Now, the one I use is Jaxie. Love it. It's the one that I got with Wealthy Affiliate. It works great, but there's a lot of free keyword tools out there. If you're comfortable with one, if you used one before, just use whatever it is that you like. You don't need to have any specific one. Now, how often do you want to include your keyword in your article? You want to have it in your title, you want to have it in the first paragraph, and you want to have it in the last paragraph. You do not need it anywhere else. If it occurs naturally as you're going through your post and you're writing, then it's okay to put it in. But at the same time, it has to be very natural. You definitely do not want to put it in too often. And why is that? Keyword stuffing. That's what it's called, and it will get your site punished by Google if you wind up putting it in too much. You know, it wasn't too long ago that you could write a 500-word article and throw the keyword in there 5, 6, 7 times. It would get to the top of the search engine. You had all kinds of traffic. Problem is that they weren't quality articles, and Google basically changed its algorithm to where you need to have relevant, good information, and that's what they want to put on their front page. Okay, let's talk about how long your post should be for good rankings. Exactly how many words should you target in order to make sure that the search engines see you as an authority blog? Now, a good rule of thumb is you want to target 1,000 words or more. Now, that doesn't mean that if you have 800 words, it's not going to be a great article. But if you target 1,000, and then as your writing grows, you're going to be doing more and more, you're going to be seen as more of an authority by the search engines than somebody that throws out nothing but 5, 6, 700 word articles. Okay, you've got your website, you started to add great content to it, but let's face it, we want to make some money. So let's talk about how to monetize your blog. Okay, so let's go through the 5 popular ways to monetize your blog. Now, affiliate links is definitely my favorite. What you do is you earn commissions with what's called affiliate marketing. In your blog posts, you insert links where your readers can go to purchase the items that you write about. Then you will earn a commission from every product that your referral buys. And the great thing about this is they don't even have to buy the item that you were promoting. If they buy anything on that website, then that company is going to pay you a commission. Now, probably the easiest way is an ad network like Google AdSense, which is the most popular one. Now, on there, you sign up, you put a code on your site, and Google simply places ads on your site. Then you get paid when anyone clicks on them. Now, you're not going to get a lot of income from this. A lot of the clicks are going to give you 1 cent, 2 cents, 5 cents, that kind of thing. But as your traffic grows, your ad revenue is going to grow as well. And there are people making hundreds and actually thousands of dollars by the time they get a lot of traffic. Now, another advantage of getting more traffic is then you can do sponsored posts. What this is you get paid to feature guest posts on your blog. You can charge a fee, and other bloggers will write a post, have it published, and what they get is a backlink to their site. Then you have email marketing, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard the expression, the money is in the list. Now what you do is you're going to capture emails with some kind of freebie, usually something like an ebook, and then once you have that list, you basically have targeted traffic for your site. You can send them weekly newsletters, you can send them updates of when you publish a new post, and basically what you're doing is you're bringing the visitors back to your site again because they liked it the first time and now they want to know what new you have to offer. Selling products is another great idea. Do you have some kind of product or service that you can sell? For instance, in our example of the homemade soap niche, maybe you have a really great homemade olive oil soap that all your friends and family rave about. You could actually sell that soap on your site. A lot of beginning bloggers also do things like create an ebook or maybe some online training. Now, if you're a beginner, you need to know that selling products usually takes more time and effort than blogging. But a great way to sell products is by dropshipping. And what dropshipping is that you have a company that will actually do all the inventory and the shipping for you. So you basically buy the product from them. Once you get an order on your site, they ship it to the customer, and you don't have to deal with inventory, warehousing, all that kind of thing, customer service. Everything about that is done by your dropshipper. And you can find them in a wholesale supplier directory. And the best one that I can recommend is SaleHoo. Now, when you start monetizing your site, there's something that you need to remember. Always keep your readers in mind. Don't start looking at the income so much that your website becomes salesy, that you start promoting products over thinking about your readers' user experience. Because once that starts happening, they're not going to come back. So as long as you always keep that positive user experience in mind, you're going to be just fine. Now, I've talked about different programs that I use, and every one of them I've put links below for more information. So if you'd like to check them out, you can go ahead and read the description below and click on those links, and they'll take you to all the different programs that I use to make my blogs a success. So I hope this means you're ready to start your blog today, and I encourage you to subscribe to our channel for more great videos coming up, and happy blogging!